So earlier we thought it sounded like it was raining. Of course, it's impossible since there are 0 clouds above us. The only clouds that we see are ones that are lower than us. And yeah.
All over the ground. The trees probably being melted off.
It sounds like snowing or rainstorm, not rainstorm, but sprinkling. It's actually just the ice melting and falling off the trees. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, but it's pretty cool. Some just landed on my head. And it is, the time is 9:54. We've been hiking for almost 2 hours. Hello. Oh man, it feels really good up here. Huh? If we did, it was not marked at all. Okay, so I just wanted to give a little idea of the lookout from the vista from where we had lunch. You can see pretty far. It's really hard to tell, you know, where, if there's any landmarks I could recognize. I don't know, but anyway, there's lots of snow and ice on the trees. Every once in a while you can see a branch fall off a tree. There's a little campground right here where we will not be staying. There's our packs and lunch, and there's where we're going next. Although it seems like every time I think that's the highest peak, and then we're gonna just get up there, and then we do, and then there's another one that's even higher. So I don't know, maybe once we get up there we're almost to the top, or maybe we still have a long way to go. I don't know. So the first peak we're gonna stop at is San Bernardino Peak. This is called Limber Pine Bench Camp, and I think by camp it just means there are a few relatively flat spots where you can put a tent. And that's it. The camp where we're staying supposedly has a water supply, which was nice. Anyway, so there you go. Pretty awesome views so far. We're about 6 miles in out of 26. I'll get some more video later. Okay.
I'm done building Garrett's monument. Just finished.
Dang. Okay, well, we made it to San Bernardino Peak. It is at 10,649 feet. We started below 6,000 feet, and it was pretty challenging, especially with the altitude. It took us about 8 hours almost. It's averaging like a mile an hour, or a little better because we took an hour break for lunch. But the views are just amazing. You see Lake Arrowhead, you can see San Gorgonio. I think that mountain over there is San Jacinto. You can see Mount San Antonio from here. And it is amazing and beautiful and worth it. We got like 2.5 to 3 miles left to go until we get to where we're gonna set up camp and make some warm dinner and probably go to sleep really early.
Yeah. Amen.
So we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, so I was wrong. Not just one peak today. This is peak number 2. This one's called San Bernardino East. And there's San Bernardino Peak over there, where we were a while ago. And we scrambled up that. Don't know if it has an official name, but it's obscuring our view to the northeast. I don't know. But anyway, whatever, it's obscuring our view in that general direction, but this is a very equally awesome view as the last one. And there you go, you can see the trail hitting these peaks. Okay, so that's the direction we just came from. Our trail that seemed to disappear went last night, and the trees are so beautiful, and you really feel like you're on top when pretty much every direction you look is just sky, no mountains to look up at. Anyway, there's the split the trail sign where we turned off to go to our camp that we never found. So we made it back in pretty good time, back to the main trail. Yes.
Some really good breakfast, delicious. Eggs and sausage that we boiled in a little oven. It's good.
Yes, after 2 hours of collecting snow and making it water. So anyway, this is the start to our Saturday. Very late start since we just got done eating, or 2 hours of water purification, breakfast, packing up camp, and finally we're on the trail at noon. So hopefully we make good time today. Check in more later. I just wanted to get a little bit of video of what kind of hiking we're doing. We're going from, like, I don't know, this will be like the third one of these little peaks on the rocks that we've come to. It's hard for me to breathe up here.
So we ran out of water earlier, so we're refueling. We're refueling our camel packs and bottles. What we're gonna do is put snow in Josh's little handy dandy oven so that we can melt it with his little steam thing, his flame, and then we're gonna pump it and purify it into our bottles. So we did that for 2 hours this morning because it was so cold. We didn't have any water left because we drank it all. So we're kind of topping off our canteens, as you can see.
Yeah, and the camp that we were looking for that was supposedly going to have a spring was nowhere to be found.
There you go.
And never mind about the pine needles, because we just let them float in the water while we purify it. Sad to say, this has been like the majority consumption of our fuel.
Yeah.
I think we may have to take the bottom off and get the ice out. Although maybe not, just light it if it will.
Let's see. Yep.
Nice.
Beans.
So there we go. That's how you get
Making water.
3 cups of water. And it's gonna take about 10 minutes to melt. And
So while that's going on, melting on the bottom, we're gonna keep pushing it down. Trying to get more in. That's gonna be handy. Steak. Yeah, it's a lot easier to do this when there's no wind and it's all ice around you. Snow is a lot easier to make water with.
yes, and it's much more pleasant when you're not just constantly thinking about getting back in your sleeping bag, so you can try to feel your fingers and toes again. So there we go. This will go on for like at least 5 minutes. Hopefully our fuel will at least last that long. I wanted to do a brief explanation of something that we noticed. So all along the trail, which can be hard to follow sometimes, there's these markings where people have cut out on the trees. Some of them are more obvious than others. Sometimes you're going along on the trail and it's, especially with the snow, it's pretty hard to see. So you just keep going straight in what feels like the trail. There's, you know, markings along. You know, some people have walked it, but I don't think these trails get that much use. And you're going along, and then up ahead, you spot another one of those. Am I zooming in on the wrong tree? No, there it is. Yeah, I was right. There it is. And you know you're on the right path. And we've been happy to discover that since we were unaware of it prior to doing this, but it's been really helpful. And earlier we kind of had to look for the trail. It's kind of hard to spot once you go up to the peaks of the mountains because the trail doesn't exactly go up to the peak. So then having to come back down and find it was a little difficult. So it was very comforting and reassuring to know that you're actually on the real trail. So there you go, little explanation of another piece of our adventure.
Alright, so now we're going to do some pumping. We're going to filter this water that we just boiled, or the snow we boiled into water. So that end goes in here. I'm going to come around this way.
Whoa, I have no more hands left.
And I'm going to start pumping into Josh's bottle.
Let's come a little closer so it stays in. Alright, cool.
Hopefully this will fill up his bottle.
And earlier we were wondering like if it would have a piney taste.
Tastes pretty good.
And it really
tastes like water.
Tastes, yeah. I love this water purifier. It's really handy. It feels kind of sad to use your fuel and your flame to get ice cold water. It's kind of weird, but it works. I'm glad it worked out. Not having found any streams or anything or springs. Here, we could just, well, I guess we might as well fill up mine and then do another batch for topping off your bottle. So there you have it, our laborious water making process.
Every chain, my sins are gone, my debt's been paid. You gave your life away for me, for me. For me, you gave your life away. You gave your life away for me. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Forsaken for my sin, you died and rose again. Jesus, you are the Lamb.
Okay, so we are at the Dry Lake View Saddle Camp, and it's called that because you can see Dry Lake over there, which presently actually has water in it. And we were gonna try to make it up to the peak up there to the right, but we just have too far to go with not enough daylight hours left. So we were really happy we ran into some other hikers who had a much better map than us. And we were able to figure out that this was Dry Lake Saddle, and so it's a nice flat spot, and it's about 450. It's a much better time to be setting up camp than like 6:30 like yesterday. So we'll have a little more to do tomorrow than we originally planned. 3/4 of our hike tomorrow will just be all downhill, so it'll be pretty sweet. That's all for Saturday.
Stand up at the terror in each sip and in each sup.
Alright, so it's really nice being set up early.
Yeah.
Time for MRE dinner.
Gonna get some meatballs and marinara sauce. Alright.
Nice.
See what we got here. Got a spoon.
Excellent.
We got a heater, which is really nice, and it kind
Hear
of
the
looks like
trumpets, hear the pipers.
No kidding.
This is you put your hot drink in here.
100 million angels singing.
Can you put a cold drink in there too? With like your
Multitudes are marching to the
We
big
got
kettle
like
drum.
condiments, salt, coffee,
Voices
toilet paper,
calling,
and
voices
matches and
crying.
sugar.
delicious.
All that good stuff.
Some are
Dry
born
roasted
and some are
peanuts.
dying.
It's like we're on an airplane.
Yeah.
Alpha and
got
Omega,
a-
kingdom come.
Beverage-based powder, lemon,
And
lime,
the
natural, and
whirlwind
artificial flavoring inside
Is
here.
in the thorn.
It's probably Gatorade or something.
The virgins are
Oh,
all
sweet cheese
trimming
spread.
their
Praise
wicks.
God. I love this stuff. so good.
Is it the jalapeno one or the regular?
It's just the regular one. The regular one's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's hard for these
This
to
is-
kiss against the pricks.
Wheat snack bread. That's cool. Yeah, wow. Cheddar cheese
Shalom-geddon,
pretzels.
no shalom,
Are they
no
filled?
shalom.
Oh no.
Then the father hen will bring
So,
his chicken
We
paw.
watched this video, this YouTube video, somebody opening it up. And
The
it was
wise men will bow
Another
down
wheat bread
before the
snack.
filled
throne,
pretzels. Separate.
and at his feet
And
they'll cast their golden
military
crown.
rations, meatball and marinara sauce.
When the
Delicious.
man comes
That will
around.
that will be
With
good.
chicken and beef.
Whoever
it.
is
We're
unjust,
gonna enjoy this.
let him
Yes.
be
Peace out.
unjust still. Whoever is righteous, let him be righteous still. Whoever is filthy, let him be filthy still. Listen to the words long written down when the man comes around. Hear the trumpets, hear the pipers, 100 million angels singing. Multitudes are marching to the big kettle drum. Voices calling, voices crying. Some are born and some are dying. It's Alpha and Omega's kingdom come. And the whirlwind is in the thorn tree.
Not quite to the top yet.
The virgins are trimming their wicks. The whirlwind is in the thorn tree. It's very hard to get against the bricks. In measured penny weight and 100 pounds. When the man comes around.